Alrighty, so we're gonna do two more guard pulls. Um, in the instance for these two guard pulls, this is a good scenario where, let's say I was able to get this collar grip, and I feel pretty confident if you utilize the sort of overhand punch method. It's like even, let me actually know kind of quick thing is, so even if like, let's say you block my overhand like collar grab, it's like, and you kind of come in through the middle. So you kind of use the same kind of boxing principles. If you block the overhand, I'll redirect, get through the middle. Whereas if I go straight through the middle, you're going to usually parry it right out of the way. Yeah. Not impossible, but it's just like a little bit, they're more common, like keeping the hand that far. But I've achieved this collar grip, but this guy does not want to get guard pulled on, and he's keeping that sleeve kind of far away. Yeah. So I can't really do my collar and sleeve. I can't really create the pressure I need by pulling the sleeve and all this. So I'm going to work two different options for this. Okay. The first is going to be, I'm going to pull him in, and what I want is that foot to step. Okay, so let's say we go back. So we're tussling, snapping, pulling him in. Once I can get that foot close, if it's already close, we're good to go. But if it's not close to begin with, I want to get it close. Actually, step a little bit to your left. Perfect. I'm going to be heavy on this collar. I'm going to do a very similar motion I did to that closed guard pull, right? So it's like where I'm holding onto the collar and I'm sitting in this direction, right? Kind of turning perpendicular. But I want to make a couple things happen as I do that. Okay, so let's just say I have that foot forward for now. We'll go into that in a second. I'm going to hang off of this collar, so it's less about making him step when I go down and more about just sort of putting my weight. Because now his weight's on this foot, so as long as I stay heavy, it's kind of hard for him to maneuver around. I want the leg on the side that's kind of going to end up going behind him. I'm going to put my hand on the floor. You wouldn't do this with this technique, but just to demonstrate the principle. I want this leg to swing behind his knee, and what it's aiming for is my foot. So if we rotate so your midsection is facing the mechanics, I want my foot to hook around the inside of his knee, and then rotate so your back is facing the camera, please. The foot that I had posted on the floor just to demonstrate is actually going to aim to cup his heel. Okay? So all together, what that looks like, right here, he's got that foot maybe far away. I'm trying to pull him in. So let's back up a little bit this way. Perfect. I'm here. I make him step. This is to our De La Riva guard. Now, the most common response that he's going to have is to try to turn to face me and kind of square up, right? Because he can shave my foot that way. So let's say we go back. And so as he does that, go ahead and turn to face me. My foot's going to go on his hip. I'm going to turn and extend. And basically pull his heel and push his hip back. So you get a pretty immediate trip off of this if they react predictably. Otherwise, you're in the De La Riva guard, which we'll get to at some point. So that's our first sort of alternative guard pull. The other one we're going to do, let's say I feel like maybe I can't make him step, or you might just prefer this. So let's say you kind of really dug in, and I just can't yeah. My goal is going to be to not make him step. My goal is going to be to make this knee touch the floor. The way I'm going to make his knee touch the floor is I'm going to use that sort of same snap down motion, but I'm going to also use my weight dropping down. So I'm here, I want to kind of flare my elbow up, and I'm going to kind of try to take him out. Taking him down this way. Okay? So I want this front knee to touch down to the floor. As that's happening, so we'll do that really light so we can kind of do it slow. Let's back up a little bit this way. As he's coming down, obviously I'm just supposed to I'm sorry, okay? No, you're good. As he's coming up, can I get your posture up? Just have your knee on the floor, but yeah, exactly. Can I move this up? Okay. I want this inside foot to hook over his calf and behind his hamstring. And I want my shin to press against his hip. So as I pull him in, I'm getting a hold of this knee shield position, right? So let's say that knee drops down. We end up here, and from here I have a multitude of options. If you want to get fundamental, I'm just going to follow, get up to my half guard. I can work my barrel roll sweeps, boom, all this very basic half guard stuff. But it gets you in a pretty good sort of knee shield position right away. This is actually my personal go-to for competition if I pull guard. So again, so we'll do that one again. Maybe I like the De La Riva, but I couldn't make him step. So I'm not going to try to make him step. I'm going to try to bring his knee to the floor. So I'm going to just kind of whip. connect that knee shield. All right, we'll work that out, and that's it. All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3.